Hello everyone, welcome to my course. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about how we can write the program using C++. Even before we jump into this one, let's understand why we need to learn this C++. So let's say you are a beginner and you don't have any experience with the coding, and then it is like highly recommended to watch this course and learn the basics of C++. And why not Python? Why C++? So Python is a great option to kickstart your career with. But Python is a high level language, and whereas C++ is a low level language. And again, what is the difference between high level language and low level language, right? So let's talk about machine learning and the models. So whenever we are developing a machine learning model, we write the program using the Python. And whenever you execute the code using the Python, because it's a high level language, on the front end, whatever you see, the easy syntaxes and everything, so it will be converted into C++ and it will be executed in the low level language. So basically, what happens when you're using the Python, it has to convert into a low level language and then it will execute. So that latency or the overall time it requires for the ML model predictions, it will be like little high. So how you can optimize that? You can optimize that very highly using developing the same ML models using C++. So, but nowadays, no one is developing the models using C++. Everyone is going ahead with the Python. But still, if you are knowing the basics of the C++ and if you are like comfortable with the C++, it's very easy to learn to understand any other language for sure. This is what I understand from my research. And also one more other reason why I got motivated to learn the C++ is that if you want to develop an LLM or if you want to deploy the models in TensorFlow Lite or machine learning models, you should be knowing about the C++. And now again, you must be thinking like why this person has started the C++ and talking about the machine learning models. By profession, I'm a data scientist and I do develop the machine learning models. And then lately, I found that learning C++ would be like highly recommended for anyone. So I hope you are also very much excited to go through this course and to understand how this course structure works. And if in case, if this makes you excited, welcome to my course. Let's start, go ahead and let's start everything from the basics, from the scratch. In this first video, we are going to learn about how we can print something. So using Python, it's very easy, just like use like print and the statement. But whereas it comes to the C++, it is slightly different. But believe me, you will definitely enjoy whether you are a Python guy or like an art person, or like even if you don't have any knowledge in the programming. I have designed and structured this course in such a way that anyone can understand. Okay, enough for the theory part. Let's jump into the coding part. So I'm using Colab for all of my programming. You can use Visual Art, like Visual Studio as well, for that matter. But mostly for the production scale, we use either Jupyter Notebook, which looks like a sister or parent to this Colab. So it's very easy. If in case if you're new to the Colab, go to the Google search and search for Google Colab and click on go here and click on this one, Google Colab. And if in case if you have not logged in with your Gmail address, it might ask you to enter your email address and password. And once after that, click on the open Colab. It opens the Colab for you and click on plus new notebook. It may take some 15 to 20 seconds, depends on your internet speed. And so here there it is. So you can rename over here like C++ learning as per your recommendation, and come here, click on connect. So it will be connected to the runtime. Do remember that Google provides this for free of cost to everyone, the basic limited edition. If you click on this RAM and disk, you can see over here, so you are allocated with 12.7 GB of a system, and it has a maximum hard disk of like 107 GB. So you can, if just for practicing, this would be sufficient. But whereas if in case in the production scale, we use the premium, the pro versions, but for this course it is not required. So click on close this one. So if you want to create a new cell over here, click on the code, it will create the new cell here. If you want to write some comments, click on the text, it will give the comments for you. And if you want to execute something, click on the play button over here, or click on control enter. um, if you're using a Mac, if you're using a Windows, or command Mac enter if you are using a MacBook. Now let's go back to this one and let's see this one. And now how we can execute this one into in a C++. So usually you must be seeing videos on Visual Studio, but it's very easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the code, and then I'm going to create a file using a write file magic functions, and then I will execute this one. So firstly, let's write something. So I'm going to use this function write file. Okay, and I'm going to name this as like hello.cpp. Cpp stands for C++. So basically what happens, if you click on this folder option over here, whatever the files that we save here, it will be saved over here. So this one I already have created, so let me delete this file and this file as well. So what I'm going to do, the moment once I execute this one, it does create a hello.cpp file. This is going to be an executable file. So what we are going to do, I'm going to write all of my code over here, and then I will create one more cell to execute this one. So in C++ and C language, we have to use the headers. So let's say include I input output stream, and we are going to use the functions. So for that, int main and parenthesis, every function has to return something. So for that reason, I'm going to mark default value return 0. If in case if you don't add this return 0, so this is going to return some error. So that's the reason going forward you will be seeing that for all of our functions, like whenever we use the int main function, we are going to use the return function. And then I'm going to use, so in Python we all know that we just have to use like a print statement, but over here I have to write something, we have to write something like that. So standard C output. Okay, so you can see like std stands for standard, and cout is output print statement, and these two symbols over here. And here I'm going to mention like my I love pizza. And in C++, each and every statement, it should end with a semicolon. Let's put a semicolon over here. And what we have done so far, so we created a magic decorator over here, and we are going to move all of this code into a file, and the file name we have given as like hello.cpp, and we have used the headers. So based on what you are doing, you have to import the headers, like how we import the headers in Python, like this over here, like include. And I have written a main function, and inside this function I have written like I wanted to print the statement I love pizza. And once I execute on this one, okay, so it has created this hello.cpp file, and it has not executed anything. And in order to execute this one on the second cell, I'm going to do like g++, the file name hello.cpp output. I'm going to create executable command here, and now I'm executing this command. Sorry. Okay, let's enter this one. So here you can see that we printed our output over here. So this is how we print a statement in C++, and congratulations, we successfully executed one line over here. So for example, let's say I also wanted to write something like I love pizza and it's much better. So for example, let's say I wanted to print one more. How we can print? So standard C output. Um, so it's better. Okay. And now I have executed the first one, and now I am executing on the second one by clicking on this play button, or else you can click on shift enter or control enter. So over here, if you see, for the first line and second line, it has printed on the same line, but I wanted this to be printed on two different lines. And how we can do this one? The first option is the end line statement. What I'm going to do over here in the first line, this one. So standard end of the line, endl, right? And then you can run this one. You can see I love pizza, and now whatever we aim to achieve in a different line, we have got it over here. Or else, instead of doing this one, we can also use a simple statement like this one, n. It's very easy to write. So here as well, I'm going to print like n. Okay, so what happens whenever we run this one, it will be executed in different lines. So this is how you can use slash n to print the statements in a new line all the time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this video, and take a look at all the rest of the videos. This course is going to be like a huge course, but you will love it for sure. Thank you for watching.